Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's See What Happens. I am the world's address, and we are playing Camp W. Like I said last episode, Dingo is a bit busy, so she won't be joining us on this episode either. Hopefully the next one, though. Last episode, we told some scary stories, and we decided, after calling home the first time, we're going to call home again and kind of actually let them know what's going on. I don't have a whole lot of faith in how well this is going to go, but we'll see. Though far away my feet may roam, I'm never truly far from home. For with me always is a gate through which I may communicate. I call upon you, Nugget Phone, connect me through this spectral zone. Nugget once again strikes his interdimensional calling pose. As you recite the words, Nugget's eyes close, and a strange glow once again swirls around him. Transmit my message loud and clear, so those who love me most may hear. Nugget's eyes close, but his mouth is open. You know your plan is terrible, so you just launch into it as fast as possible, hoping to brute force your way through. You want me to study magic all summer? It's a deal. I decided to take your wishes seriously and focus on improving my witching abilities. By the end of this summer, I will have advanced a full grade through independent studies. For the sake of practice and my own sanity, I've signed up for a summer camp. Before you say anything, Nugget has agreed to be my personal chaperone. I'll check in every day and... I knew you weren't telling me everything. You just went and signed up for a summer camp all by yourself. I never so much as got a brochure. Where is this camp, and what kind of courses do they teach there? Do they know who I am? So much for fast talking. It's actually very close to home. You could say it's right on top of home, in fact. It's in the human realm. The human realm? Even as a hologram, you can feel the exasperation wafting off of Mila.
Lie. Slow down. A young witch doesn't just hop over to the human realm and have tea. What happened?
Okay, I'll tell you, but you have to promise not to get mad and to take me seriously, or I'll hang up.
You know you can trust me, and you know I trust you too.
So I was on my walk when I came across this old altar with some offerings on it. There was a flower, a locket, and a lock of hair. Gadget is trying to keep Mila out of the conversation, but there's no stopping her input.
Oh, well, doesn't that sound familiar? A window, Mother? You left a window open to the other side where anyone can come across it? Shh. Sorry, honey, you were saying?
So I was looking at the altar when, well, a portal opened and I kind of fell through it and Nugget followed to pull me back out, but it closed and now I'm at Camp Whoopie Witchy and everyone thinks I go here now.
Camp Whoopie Witchy? That old...
I've already made so many new friends. This kid, Sid, challenged me to catch a tater tot from across the room, except it kind of hit me in the face, but I still showed him that I'm not afraid of anything. And then I was cast in the lead role of a new rock opera. Then we sat around the campfire and I learned the story of the Lakeside Institute for the Criminally Deviant. Apparently Norm the cook was also a camper here once. Oh, I even earned a merit badge. I got the Fearless badge on account I stood up and defended the other campers from some evil spirits that were creeping around their campsite. Oh, and I learned the story of Edward McGrubkin, the most famous camper in the history of Camp W. Maybe of any camp. Humans are weird, but I like them. Can't I just stay?
You know this is a very big deal, Lie. You couldn't have expected us to just let you stay in the human realm or anywhere unsupervised for an entire summer.
Expect? No. But hope? Hope beyond all hope? Hope like it's on sale and going out of style? I told you, Nugget is here. I'm technically not far. And I promise to work harder on developing my skills as a witch than I've ever done. I'm making friends. Real friends. It's so much fun. Also, and this is a big one, the portal sort of closed behind me, so I can't get back anyway. So please.
Fine.
What?
Here are the conditions. No magic around humans. No one can know you're a witch. Staying safe is more important than practicing your abilities. You have to check in with us once a week.
Once a week? Mom, have you lost it? We left Lie alone for one afternoon, and We left Lie alone for one afternoon, and they ended up in the human realm. There's no telling where they could wind up in a whole week. I think maybe he might be better there. I'm not sure. Or they just leave it open for if you pick one or the other. Yeah, actually that would make more sense. That would definitely be easier on the developers, so they wouldn't have to have a separate dialogue tree for each. You know, if you picked Lysander versus... I don't remember what the little girl's name that you could be was. But yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that's fine. I want daily check-ins, at least. Preferably twice a day.
Fine. 2. At least daily check-ins. I want to hear from you every day, rain or shine. 3. We reserve the right to yank you back to the witching realm whenever we see fit.
You can do that?
You bet your tush I can, and I will if you give me good reason. 4. Have fun. When you get home, we can and will push you through your studies harder than you've ever been pushed before. This is the price. These terms are non-negotiable.
Mila is raving at her mother, but her rapid pacing back and forth across the room means you can't hear what she says. It's safe to assume that she isn't entirely on board this plan. Agreed. Okay, love you both. Bye. You boop Nugget on his little frozen squirrel nose, hanging up the call before Mila can change the terms. Nugget comes to and immediately starts in on you. So, how are we getting back across? We're staying. I don't believe it. You're gonna just defy your mother's wishes? Gadji said I could stay. She laid out some ground rules, but I can stay. There's got to be more to it than this. I have to check in with them every day, so I guess we'll find out. So you get to spend your summer at camp, and I get to spend mine in a messenger bag filled with empty gum wrappers. Great. You are absolutely beaming as you skip back through the campgrounds towards your bunk. An entire summer to do your own thing in another dimension? There has definitely got to be more to it than this. You slip into the bunk and into your bed, and your eyes immediately grow heavy. It's been a long day, and some campers are asleep while others are finishing up brushing their teeth or jotting down notes about the day in their diaries. Left with your thoughts, the summer's incredible potential swirls through your brain. It's enough to keep you up the whole night. Nugget curls up against your leg under the covers. Apparently, he is less impressed. He's asleep and snoring in less than a minute. But before you can quite slip off to join him in dreamland... Hop to, newbie, but don't scream. Whoa. Okay. You open your eyes to see a semicircle of campers staring back at you from the dark. Why would I...
Shh!
Ruby hisses at you in a harsh but hushed tone. It's amazing what she can do with a few measly decibels.
Get dressed, but don't make a peek. The counselors haven't been asleep long. We don't want to wake them back up.
Why would I scream? Is this some sort of hazing thing that human, camp kids do? Quite the opposite, actually. It's a bonding thing.
We always sneak out on the first night, get up to something as a group.
Without the counselors.
I wouldn't usually condone this kind of rampant rule-breaking, but it is tradition. Everyone is already up and waiting outside.
What if the counselors notice we're gone? You hear a loud snoring from the corner of the bunk. They've been out partying.
Yeah, for some reason having fun makes them super tired. I'll explain it to you next summer. In the meantime, they're out like a light. They wouldn't notice an earthquake.
Then why are we whispering?
It's a sneaking out tradition.
So what are we gonna do? Gonna go out and do then?
We could go down by the lake. What do you want to do there? You're a little young for skinny dipping. Nothing like that. Let's just say I've got a little surprise waiting for us out there. We can go to the lake any old time. Let's do something special while the counselors are asleep. I've got a much better idea. 40 years ago, a time capsule was buried in the ground at exactly Camp Center. It's not supposed to be opened until 50 years have passed, but I reckon we could dig it up a little early.
That seems like a pretty big breach of trust.
Not to open it, of course. I'm not a monster. Just to check on it, make sure it's safe. Then we bury it for 10 more years. You want to dig up the only thing...
Blah.
You want to dig up a thing only to bury it again? And she criticizes my idea of fun. Sheesh. Granted.
Granted, those both sound like great late-night activities.
Truly gripping stuff. Sarcasm.
But I was thinking of something a little more the here and now. The lake and the time capsule will both stay put, available for us to return to later. Meanwhile, the elusive Luciferase is but a momentarily natural phenomenon, which is by no means guaranteed to stick around. Luciferase? Or as some call it, foxfire. It's quite magical to see in person. Ella spotted some outside of the radio tower.
Now who's boring?
If you're not excited, the prospect of bioluminescent fungi, well, I don't know what to tell you. You might want to get your head examined.
I think fungi might replace someone's brain. You're gonna have to make the call, Lai.
Dang. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I really kind of want to go see that foxfire. Oh, but the lake could be fun, too. Shoot. Not really into the history thing. Yeah, we're going to the lake. If I must choose, and it sounds like I must, I choose the lake surprise. You arrive at the edge of Lake Wetbottom. The water glints in the moonlight. Ooh. Oh, that's a fun effect. That's pretty. Some weird footprints.
So serene. I love visiting this lake at night. It's the perfect escape route. Surprise! I'm busting out of here.
Oh, man. I should have known that was your surprise. Wilfred scrambles under the dock and returns carrying a huge military-style duffel bag he had hidden. Dang, really? That's something.
I've got everything a survivalist needs. Water-purifying tablets, matches, comic books.
Whew, if I'd known if the apocalypse happens, at least we'll still have... Archie! Oh, man.
Oh, if we get caught in a storm as we sail across the lake, the earnest and heartwarming adventures of Archibald Andrews might just be what we need to maintain our sanity. Why would you sail across the lake when it's only an hour's walk along the shore to get to the other side? The perimeter of the entire lake is only about 6 miles total. Listen, I put a lot of thought into the specific contents of this go bag. Do you know how many Swiss Army knives are available for purchase online? There were like 100 colors to choose from.
So, which color is yours?
Red, obviously. It's a classic. But that doesn't mean I don't have to take time to at least consider every other option.
He's got you there.
Also, do you know what's on the other side of the lake? Freedom, duh. Actually, it's another lake, and then beyond that, 17 more lakes. They call this the Lakes region. It's in all of Camp W marketing material. Didn't you even look at it before coming here?
Ruby holds up a pamphlet for the camp. The cover reads, Camp Whoopie Witchy, directly in the center of the beautiful Lakes region, surrounded by many, many lakes.
So, if the plan is off, do you mind if I borrow these Archie comics? Maybe there will be a Sabrina the Teenage Witch cameo. Fine. Luckily, I've got 15 more stellar schemes where this one came from.
He might not need it to survive, but Wilfred's pack is still pretty sweet. You decide to sketch a little picture of it in your grimoire in case you want to do some pack shopping later. Okay, cool. What do we got? Oh, look at him. Man, he's got a whole bunch of stuff there. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, click. Summer camp really is tiring. You wonder how these camps do it as you stumble back to your bunk from the lake. When you arrive back at the bunk, you're so exhausted that you zombie walk straight to your bed without even opening your eyes. By the weight at the bottom of your bag, you can feel that Nugget didn't even make it that far. He's clearly passed out. You lift the little guy up and into bed, and as soon as your face touches the pillow, you join him in an in-progress drool-off. I know that they're the ones at camp, and we're just the ones following along. Why am I so tired? Are you tired too? Okay, enough stalling. On with the show. Some green footprint. Oh, the twins went off to the foxfire. The sun rises on day 2 of camp. So much for beauty rest. Somewhere off in the distance a rooster crows, but not too far off because it's still loud enough to have woken you up.
A rooster? Really? That's gonna get old super quick.
The rooster says cock-a-doodle-doo. I'm not going to try and crow into a microphone. That will be less than pleasant. Oh, wow. Nope.
Okay, we get it. You're a rooster. Wow, that's an annoying sound.
Nugget tumbles out of the covers and onto the floor. He quickly scrambles back into bed before anyone sees him. It's amazing this rooster hasn't been eaten. Surely the rest of the animal world must find this crowing as obnoxious as Nugget and you do, right? You resolve to cast some sort of silencing spell on it. But before you can grab your grimoire, another loud, shrieking scream enters into the competition for most alarming morning announcement. This one is a lot closer to the bunk, however. Sounds like it came from just outside. Anyone lucky enough to sleep through the rooster is definitely awake now. You and the other kids make their way out the front door of the bunk to see what's going on. A sheet-covered figure is sitting at the picnic table on the deck. It isn't moving, but steam wafts off of it into the air above. It seems to be alive.
You'd better watch it, Ghost. This is a summer camp for the living. You're not welcome here.
The ghostly figure begins to move. It turns and faces the campers. The bros snap into action, pushing to the front of the pack of campers. Can you kick a ghost, or would your foot fly through it?
Only one way to find out. Shh! No yelling and definitely no kicking.
The figure moves again, slowly lifting the sheet to reveal... It's not a ghost at all, it's Piper. She was having some coffee beneath the bedsheet, hence the rising steam.
Oh no! The ghost ate Piper! No, dummy, the ghost is Piper.
Oh no, Piper died and turned into a ghost.
Oh, I'm not a ghost, but this headache makes me wish I were. I'm gonna need everyone to pretend I'm not here, okay? It's a little morning time game I like to play. I drink coffee. You do anything other than talk to me while I drink the coffee.
Campers slowly back away. It's probably not the first time Piper has given a directive like this, and proven that she means it. That's how I like to spend my mornings, too. Putting the sheet over her head must have been her way of trying to pretend that she's still in bed while also getting up to do her job. I like this lady's style. Piper is looking tired and rumpled, with deep bags under her eyes. She looks a little like you before you go after a long night of working late with Gadgie to help brew her sweet berry wine. Yes. Helping. That's exactly what I'm doing those late nights. That look I have in the morning is just me being tired. Tired from helping too much. Speaking of, I bet we can help your counselor out. If she feels like she looks, I've got a few remedies that always help pull me through. I'll lead you and you just go with it. You approach Piper, slowly, as one would a dangerous animal or downed power line. I know that, technically speaking, you're not here and I'm not talking to you, but I might be able to help you out with your morning grumblies. Piper takes a deep, labored breath before looking in your direction. My morning grumblies? That's what my Gadgie calls it when my Uncle Norbert isn't feeling so hot in the morning. His stomach gets rumbly and it makes him a little grumpy, so I guess that's how it became the grumblies. That's a lot for me to process right now, so rather than ask any more questions, I'm just going to say, sure, lay it on me, kid. Fix my grumblies. Which of Nugget's secret techniques will you suggest? Oh, snap. Oh. So, it's probably drink this. I think. Man, I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna go with drink this. This is some special honey that we collect in the spring. The bees that make it like to hang out in Uncle Norbert's garden, especially around his medicinal herbs and flowers. I guess that infuses a whole bunch of healthy plant pollens into the honey they produce, or at least that's what I'm told. It's also really, really tasty. If you mix it into your drink, it should help. You hand a small, wax-sealed tube of honey from your bag to Piper. She sniffs it suspiciously, but can't argue with how good it smells. She pops the top and squeezes the whole thing into her coffee. I won't forget this, that you specifically ignored my rules, but that you also helped me with my grumblies. Piper reaches into her pocket and fishes something out. She tosses it to you, and you instinctively reach out to catch it. It's a new merit badge. This one is specially designed to reward the skilled deployment of effective home remedies. Oh, gotta see it. What is it? Oh, that's cool. I like that one, too. Now, please, go away. It seems that since Piper scared them off, the rest of the campers have congregated inside the boys' bunk. You follow them inside to see what's up. A clump of kids stands at the bathroom door. As they peer in, a chorus of oohs roll through the group. Some campers make overdramatic gagging sounds and run away past you, one-upping each other regarding just how grossed out they are.
I think I might be sick.
I'm gonna hurl.
I'm gonna puke my guts up.
I'm gonna vomit my whole face off until I have no face and there's only vomit where my face once was. Dude, too much. There's a pungent funk radiating from the room that is so thick and smelly you can almost see it hanging in the air. Being the type to jump through a random portal in the woods, you're easily curious enough to handle a little summer camp stink. You edge up through the thinning crowd and peek in. Oh. Gross. Hey, it's that S that, I guess people in their 30s drew in middle school and high school. So, me, that S that I drew in, like, middle school and high school. The bathroom is, in 2 words, separated by a hyphen, ultra nasty. It's covered in slime, goo, and gunk, a trifecta of blech. The smell reminds you of a jar of long-expired frog eyes you once dropped on the floor by accident, fumigating the entire first floor of the house in an instant. What kind of strange human ritual could result in this? I expected these kids to be dirty, but this is on another level. In your short time at camp, you've gotten the idea that human kids are actually a lot cleaner than witch kids, despite what your mom has been telling you all along. After all, nobody is forcing them to collect worms and spider parts, though it's clear many of them choose to do so for fun. But there's a smell that brings you back to the witching realm, where bubbling cauldrons often send up rather noxious vapors. Even for you, however, this is still harsh. After a moment, your eyes begin to water, and you have to duck out and close the door behind you.
At least we know it's not a ghost in there, just some gross boys. How is that any better?
Not a ghost? You're telling me you've never heard of Slimer, one of the world's most famous ghosts?
I was under the impression that Ghostbusters was a work of fiction, not a documentary.
You're kidding yourself if you don't think paranormal beings can leave physical traces on the world of the living. Just look at the evidence. Poltergeist, The Ring, Beetlejuice. But I do think you're right, Sophie. This smells a lot more like some sort of zombie infestation to me.
If it was brains they were after, you'd think they'd be in the girls' bunk.
Your zingers stink worse than the sludge, Ruby.
Whatever. Jealous.
Feeling the pressure from the smell building up in the bunk forces the rest of the campers back outside. I really need to come up with distinct voices for these 3. I think they're the only ones that I don't have a real something for. It's not that I wouldn't be proud to destroy a bathroom like that. I would. But in this particular case, I just can't take credit. I once played 2 entire seasons of football in the same pair of lucky socks, and by the end, they weren't even half that bad.
I once ate a burrito so big, you could park a mid-sized sedan in it. How is that even relevant? Was it a really smelly burrito or something? A blue cheese and chili burrito?
No, it was a normal burrito. It was just super big. I'm really proud of that day.
I think we're losing track of the mystery at hand here. What the heck happened in that bathroom?
All this talk of burritos is making me hungry.
But you're the only one talking about burritos.
Burritos. The bros, apparently content with this non-resolution, immediately start running towards the dining hall where breakfast is about to be served. Ooh, breakfast. I should probably do that at some point. I'm not sure how anyone could be hungry right now, but the prospect of smelling bacon instead of smelling whatever happened in there is at least pretty appealing. I'll let you guys figure this one out. See you at breakfast.
Yeah, Teddy is starving. I better go too.
With the crowd thinning out well before arriving at any decent conclusion, you're left to wonder what actually happened in there. And you'd be lying if all this talk of food wasn't making you hungry too. Now, if you took that blue cheese and chili burrito and wrapped it in bacon, that'd be something to brag about. On your way into the dining hall, you notice that there has been a change of plans regarding the morning's menu. The words Eggs Benedict on toast have been crossed out and replaced with burritos, scribbled in child's handwriting. Oh, Eggs Benedict on toast is delicious. Okay, so I want to give Norm a new voice, a different voice than last time, because I think I just used like a gruffer version of my own. And I think I said last time that he kind of reminds me of the chef from The Little Mermaid. I mean, mostly the hat and the mustache are what's getting me. But we're gonna do something a little bit different here. We're gonna go with this, I think. Please, if you got an additional breakfast demands, save them for tomorrow. I'm steaming tortillas as fast as I can over here, and there's no more time for last-minute requests. Ooh, what constitutes a mid-sized sedan? Let's talk bacon-wrapped items. Any chance you could make mine a blue cheese and chili burrito and then wrap it in bacon? For breakfast? Would that be weird? Yes. Ooh, man, I'm having a hard time nailing him down. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back. I need to get some more water. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. I accidentally hit the wrong button, and I'm going to have to join the last one and this one together. But that's fine. Whatever. Yes, extremely. That would honestly be weird for any meal at any time of day. How would you even hold a burrito wrapped in bacon? Couldn't you just eat it with a fork and knife? Wet burrito style, You're not from around here, are you? This is what you get for chasing Nugget's bizarre food cravings. One misplaced breakfast detour could expose your secret. And you don't even know what blue cheese tastes like. I'm just not really into finger foods, but I guess summer camp is about getting into adventures. I'll have whatever you recommend, please. Norm slides a plate down the counter at you. It's a perfect cylinder of food wrapped up tightly. When you sit down and take a bite, you find it's filled with fluffy eggs, crispy potatoes, and crumbled up sausage bits. Man, that sounds good. Don't forget to add some hot sauce. It's my own personal recipe with just the right amount of kick. You add a little bit of sauce and realize that this might be the greatest thing you've ever eaten. Norm's burrito is nearly an out-of-body experience. You don't so much as eat it as float up to the rafters of the dining hall and watch yourself eat it. When you snap back into it, you realize you've actually had 2 burritos in 3 minutes, way faster than any of the other kids, though you did have some help from Nugget. As everyone else chows down, you take the chance to excuse yourself from the dining hall and slip outside. I think you might be confused. The food is inside the building, not outside. Out here is just grass. In there are burritos. And while they're eating is our chance to go back to the bunk for a minute. That breakfast got me thinking about when Mom tries to force whatever stupid health food she's into on me back at home. Last summer she was all about seaweed. It was so gross. It actually kind of smelled like that bathroom this morning. Like, exactly like that. All the more reason to steer clear then. But why would that smell be here? It doesn't make sense. Who would cook seaweed in a bathroom? A constipated sushi chef? Ew. The thing I'm having the hardest time comprehending is who would walk away from an all-you-can-eat burrito buffet? That is a wonderful question. Come with me now, and I promise you I'll learn how to make burritos later. Otherwise, I'm going to just hand you over to Norm and ask him to take care of you. Not sure how he'd feel about orange fur getting in the food, though. Nugget pulls half a burrito out of a pocket in his cheek. I knew not to trust you, so I packed this away. You're not the only one with insights, you know. When you re-enter the bunk, you find it just like you left it. They're probably just hoping the bunk catches fire so they'll never have to deal with it. Remember, nobody is asking you to do this. I know, but it just doesn't make sense. We've been around the other campers all day and night. I really don't think any of them are responsible for this. And if that's the case, who or what is? You heard Sid and Sophie. They were talking about it maybe being paranormal. I'm pretty sure that to them, we're paranormal. If this is connected to the witching realm, I want to know. I'm just starting to like this place. I don't want the whole thing turned upside down on me now without warning. You pull a fuzzy reddish-brown leaf out of your bag and rub it on the tip of your nose and then hand it to Nugget. Musk leaf, this is going to knock out your sense of smell for the entire rest of the day. We all have to make sacrifices. Why do I feel like the sacrifice here? You hold your face over a pile of dirty socks to see if it's taken effect. Might as well be a bouquet of flowers. Keeping tabs on you for your mother has never been so disgusting. If a face full of rancid socks isn't enough reason to head home right now, I don't know what is. This bathroom looks like something out of a sci-fi film. There's green sludge coating the floor, oozing across the tiles and down the drain. Large, slimy footprints from the shower lead from the shower out of the room, as if someone made a hasty exit before they finished cleaning up. Is that a shampoo bottle? It's hard to tell since the label is coated in filth, but if it is, there's a good chance it belonged to our slimy suspect. What item would you like to take a closer look at? Oh, definitely this one. You wipe away some of the slime covering the shampoo bottle to get a closer look at the label. You're surprised by what you see and almost drop the bottle onto your own foot. Mom? A glamour shot of Mila stares back at you from the bottle in your hand. You immediately recognize the photo. It's from your mother's short-lived beauty brand, Aura by Mila. One of Mila's rare missteps. The brand launched early in her career but was quickly discontinued. It was discovered that one of the main ingredients caused rapid full-body hair growth when exposed to the light of a full moon. Ooh, fun. Most of the leftover stock was sold off to werefolk who enjoyed the lustrous shine it left on their fur. Other non-furry customers weren't nearly so charitable, though. A few leftover boxes of the stuff have been sitting in your basement ever since. I didn't know this stuff was still in circulation. I wonder what it's doing here. Ooh, Aura by Mila. Rub a little of that under my fluff, will you? My sheen has been fading ever since we got into the human realm. A successful beauty regimen never rests. What item would you like to take a closer look at? Definitely these feet. You track a number of large greenish smudges on the floor leading from the shower to the front door of the bunk. There's something quite suspicious about the size of the footprints and the distance between them. These footprints are enormous. I doubt it would be any kind of human who made these. See? There's more to this than we thought. And you think that factoid is going to make me happy? This is my summer vacation too, you know. And playing kid detective isn't how I imagine I'd be spending it. Now the drain. Something seems to be caught in here, and it's stopping the scoop from getting down the drain. It looks like a clump of seaweed wrapped around the grate. Washing off after a late-night swim, maybe? You'd have to be digging for clams to end up with this wrapped around you. You take a step back and try to pull these details together, but they still don't tell a clear story. Just then, Nugget jumps to attention and peers out of the door of the bathroom. Shh! You hear that? I think we're alone in here. I mean, really, who could stand this smell without numbing their nose? I'm going to cast a couple spells to see if I can get to the bottom of this. But you keep an eye out and just scream like a total wuss if you see that someone is coming. Gee, thanks. Alright, this calls for... history spell. Casting an enlarging spell on the shampoo seems like a bad mistake. Okay, let's see where you came from, Aura by Mila. You open your grimoire to a history spell. Ah, good. And... got it. A window to the past opens up in front of you. Through it you can see a search engine? You can't see who, but someone begins to type. Best shampoo for delicate skin. It backspaces a bit and types again. Best shampoo for scaly skin. Ooh. Best shampoo for extremely scaly skin? It pauses for a moment before submitting. Best shampoo for extremely scaly skin plus flower scent. Best shampoo for extremely scaly skin, plus flower scent, plus on sale. Well, that was helpful, I guess. Alright, this calls for... Crap. This is gonna go badly. I'm almost positive. You reach down into the drain and gingerly lift a dripping wet strand of seaweed out. It must be the longest piece of seaweed you've ever seen. You open your grimoire up to an enlarging spell. I hope I'm not graded on this. Oh, good. The seaweed grows to 10 times its size, resulting in a vine that would look typical hanging off of Jack's beanstalk. It looks like oh, sorry. It looks like that spell affected more than just the seaweed itself. What were formerly greenish small specks clinging to the seaweed are now the size of silver witch dollars. Scales? Did they get tracked in from the lake with the seaweed, or did they get scrubbed off of whomever was cleaning up in here? You pluck one of the scales off the giant sea vine, rinse it under some clean water, and slip it into your pocket. Then you drop the rest to the floor, where it shrinks back down to normal size. A slow creaking sound echoes through the bunk, startling you. Nugget, is that you? Returned to the scene of the crime, have we? I think someone is coming, FYI. Great, thanks for the heads up, Nugget. Someone has caught you nosing around the boys' bathroom. With no place to hide, you'll have to step out into the bunk to face your accuser. Good luck. Todd Furtada, boys' head counselor, stands between you and the doorway out of the boys' bunk. Oh, a bit early in the summer to be pulling pranks, isn't it? Pranks? J'accuse. Jack used what? Don't play dumb with me, newbie. I know dumb all too well. So, you gonna confess? You notice a glimmer in Todd's eye. He doesn't appear to be upset just yet, but there's no way of knowing how he'd react if he found out you were a witch. It seems that the detective has become the prime suspect. You have to think fast to draw Todd's attention away from your investigation before you're found out. How will you respond? Ooh. Well, I don't want to have to clean up. You figure that the best course of action is to play dumb, and if that doesn't work, you could always turn him into an animal. He'd probably make a pretty cute rabbit, or a fluffy little dog. I don't know what you're talking about. Are pranks a big thing at this camp? Are they a big thing? Methinks the camper doth play dumb too much. Everyone who comes here knows that pranks warfare is a major part of this camp's legacy, stretching back to the founding of the whole place. I mean, whoopee witchy, it's not even a real word. Convincing kids to keep saying it for generation after generation is itself an incredible prank. Bro. He sure doesn't seem to be buying your act. You start to slip your hand into your bag to see what ingredients are available for an impromptu potion. Wait 1 second. Why am I telling you something you must already know? I see what's going on here. Maybe if you stay quiet, he'll talk himself tired and fall asleep right here on the floor. You're leading me on a bit of a goose chase, aren't you? You're overcommitted to this whole gee whiz, aw shucks, who me routine is so obvious. You must have known I'd make you a suspect. Meanwhile, the real suspect, with whom you're obviously in cahoots, is off committing a major prank right now. But I'm too busy here talking to you to catch them in the act. I must say, you almost had me. But what you didn't know, you see, is that I knew that you knew about Camp W's rich tradition of incredible pranks. And now, I know that you know. I'm in your head, Lie, and I'm pouring a concrete foundation as we speak. I live here now. You definitely know one thing. This guy is bonkers. Well, what can I say? Except that I don't know what you're talking about. I can see we're gonna have quite the summer. Todd fishes through his cargo pockets and reaches out to hand you something. This is for you, man. It's a new merit badge. This one is only for secret keepers, but you didn't hear that from me. Oh, fun. It's time to join up with the rest of the campers. We should head over to Camp Center. I must say that's a fine collection of badges you've got going. Alright, and guys, that is going to do it for this episode. I think if I take the last video that I was working on plus this one, put them together, that's going to be a sufficiently long one. So, yeah, awesome. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you like what I'm doing. I really appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy days to drop in and see what I'm up to. I am thoroughly enjoying this game. I'm happy with most of the voices that I'm doing. I might tweak them here and there to find something that is, to be quite honest, to find something that's a little more comfortable for me to do. And a little easier to maintain. You know, saying that, however, I may forget sometimes what their voices are, and they may come up with like a brand new one for a little bit. And if that happens, just, you know, I don't know. I'm not a professional voice actor. I do voices for fun, so I will keep doing what I can keep doing. But yeah. I just want to say that from the bottom of my heart, you guys are the best. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. I appreciate the you know, the views and the likes and everything. It's great. It really does make my day. And as always, well, I'll see you all next time. Bye.